Redbox, once known as the video store killer, is finally throwing in the towel after 22 years of operation. In case you've been living under a block, Redbox busted onto the scene with their self-rental kiosks in the early 2010s. A business model that brings the convenience of renting a movie without the burden of having a physical store full of smiling employees. Typically placed outside of grocery stores, pharmacies, or wherever humans can be found, thousands of these little red ATMs sat filled with movies like, I don't know, Minions? These effectively filled the hole the Blockbuster left in the hearts of millions, enabling people to once again make a family movie night at the drop of a hat, solidifying that renting still had a place in society. And rent they did. In 2016, Redbox reported controlling 51% of the rental market, which is pretty impressive in the age of streaming, if you ask me. I mean, these things were everywhere, taunting you from the curb, calling out to you like the Green Goblin mask.
Come rent, grown-ups too.
Everything was looking good for the company. So what happened? Well, as you might have guessed, there were many contributing factors that caused the Redbox empire to fall. Let's take a look back. While you might have not seen a Redbox kiosk until the 2010s, they actually date back all the way to 2004. The first 140 machines popped up in McDonald's restaurants and other test market cities. Slowly over time, these DVD dispensaries started sprouting up in locations all over the US. The following years proved promising as Redbox started closing the gap on other DVD rental companies like Netflix and Blockbuster. By 2011, they reached over 1 billion rentals and became as ubiquitous as fast food restaurants, boasting that 68% of the American population lived 5 minutes from a Redbox. As the years went on, Redbox maintained a pretty steady altitude in the rental biz, gradually trying new things like adding video games to their arsenal or having their own streaming service. These proved to be mild successes, but ultimately not as lucrative as they might have hoped. Fast forward to modern day, and it seems the last few years have seen a decline in overall interest. And in 2024, the company filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. One thing that seems to have drastically hurt them is their change in ownership. The most recent one was from the folks who produced the Chicken Soup for the Soul book series.
Okay.
If that wasn't weird enough, in 2023, Chicken Soup / Redbox partnered with TikTok to bring the trendy advertising power to Redbox kiosks everywhere. That's right, in an effort to stay hip, they wanted to somehow pipe in relevant TikTok clips and ads while you waited for your disc to pop out. I mean, it's not like waiting for the disc takes that long. Most people, if they found themselves bored for the 10 to 15 seconds it takes, would probably just look at their phone that already has TikTok on it. And I don't know if you've ever spent time trying to swipe through the selections on that stupid touchscreen, but it is clunky and super slow. Something you don't want associated with your app whose backbone is constant swiping through videos. I'm not sure how far they got with this endeavor, but it's probably for the best that it didn't take off. So after all is said and done, what killed it? Yep, you guessed it, streaming. The biggest and baddest enemy of physical media. In the day and age where most big-budget movies hit streaming about a month after its initial release, it was just a matter of time before companies like Redbox would suffer the wrath of Big Stream. Sure, at one point, the fastest way to see a new movie was to rent a physical copy. But the media just moves so much faster now. If you miss a movie in theaters, chances are you can go home and rent it digitally for like $20 on Prime. So with the lines between theater release and streaming at home being blurred, it's kind of a no-brainer why things didn't work out for our friends at the old box of red. Now, chances are if you look around your hometown, all you'll find are husks of a once great empire, and absolutely no copies of Minions.
Aw, dang it.
So join me as we bury this legend and laid to rest the last bastion of physical movie renting.